The Gardener and the 100 Things, a story about trimming to let life bloom. I'll never forget the day Acornius arrived at Tula's little garden with a wheelbarrow stacked so high you could thought it might tip over. He had trowels, rakes, buckets, spades, jars of seeds, 100 things to make the perfect garden. Tula smiled and pointed to a single pair of scissors in her backpack. "Why so many?" she asked. "Every tool plants a better flower," Acornius declared. "Look at how full my wheelbarrow is." So they began. Acornius dug furrows with spades, sifted soil with sieves, planted seeds in patterns only he could understand. He pruned with pruning hooks, watered with watering cans, covered seedlings with glass domes. He whispered to each sprout, convinced his efforts would yield a miracle. But when the morning came, the garden lay silent. No blooms, no butterflies, just rows of green stalks scratching at the sky like they'd lost their way. Tula knelt beside a single, unexciting sprout and clipped off a leaf with her tiny scissors. She whispered, "Sometimes cutting away gives room for what really wants to grow." Acornius frowned. "But I need my wheelbarrow. I need my tools." Tula handed him one seed. "Plant this," she said. He did, just one. She clipped away a weed that choked its stem. She removed 2 handfuls of stones. She didn't revisit her pruning scissors. They stayed folded in her backpack. By afternoon, the single seed staged a quiet rebellion. A tiny bud peeked open like a shy smile. Acornius blinked. "What if," Tula offered gently, "we just let 3 tools tend the rest?" He shuffled through his mountain of gear and chose a small rake, a watering pot with a crack, and another tiny pair of scissors. He felt so naked without his 100 things that his paws trembled. But he trusted Tula enough to try. Each day he pruned the tangled vines until they curled back to clear patches of soil. He watered only where the earth thirsted. He clipped away dying leaves so the sun could reach each new shoot. Eventually blooms arrived. Shy daisies, hopeful sunflowers, even a curious vine that curled itself into a heart. Acornius realized his wheelbarrow had been full of distractions, tools he never truly needed. His 100 things had blocked the light and crowded the ground, but 3 simple tools, they opened the soil like a song. That night, by firefly light, he emptied his wheelbarrow and left only the 3 he'd used. Each was tied with a ribbon, hung on Tula's fence like a medal. "You see," she said, "life blooms when we clear away the extra." And Acornius understood. The heart of any garden, like the heart of any soul, isn't in how much we pile on, but what we choose to let grow. Sometimes less is not just more, it's everything.